It's Madden NFL 23. And coming up, we'll see Cam Akers. There's a lot to like from his showing last week. Well over 100 yards in a pair of scores.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Prescott looks to throw right away. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So here are the Eagles now backed up to start their first drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in. Get calm before you go for the big strikes.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got Smith here. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But it is.
And now off to the races down the right side. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. To throw is Prescott. The quick slant caught. Touchdown! Dalton Schultz, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll drop to throw. He finds Bateman over the middle. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Nixon. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Right back to him on first. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And they were in the hurry up, maybe got going a little too fast.
And sometimes that's the danger of going to that type of a system, is that you don't take care of things.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. 21-0, our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
He's going to look deep for more. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A first down carry by Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards. Second and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Prescott from the gun. That's complete to DK Metcalf. He's got room at the 30, down to the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. There's the always dangerous Rondale Moore. He and this offense ready to begin the upcoming series. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches in production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball and put the play in motion, and sometimes you get that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
On second down, Nixon stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Complete. Smith has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Nixon knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. On second down now, Nixon. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Nixon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to try and run. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's in his zone. Second quarter already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it? That one thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 25 yards that time. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On second down, Nixon. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On third down, Nixon. And he's in for Eagles touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half.
He's got a man, complete, 20, touchdown, Philadelphia. Rondale Moore with his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
From the 30 on second down, Prescott.
Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
Taken in at the 22. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They go play action here on first down. He's going to look deep for more. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Rondell Moore, 52 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They're going to keep it on the ground and make them 4 for 4 now on two-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. And so they run it in on the two-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. They start on the ground with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Our last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Prescott to throw it. He finds his man complete. And Schultz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Prescott looks to throw on first. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott.
Open man, completes it to Claypool.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. To the air again, Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Got that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. He'll find Metcalf. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the night.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
And now they're in the hurry-up. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Rashad Bateman,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was...
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Prescott.
That's caught again by Schultz.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Here's Prescott. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
On 2nd down now, Nixon.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Holding, leading team.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalpost. Whatever.
He's got him in, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Nixon. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 77 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
They'll run here with Akers.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go with the keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Eagles will add to their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So Dak Prescott on the offense. Down by 10. Just over 1:40 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10. Yard line.
Here's Prescott. He's got Claypool.
And they're able to get this one across the 30.
Now Dak. Finding Schultz.
They find some open field here.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now Prescott.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Here's Dak.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Down inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. To throw, Prescott. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Now the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
A solid stiff arm. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before the season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Prescott.
And this one is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Prescott to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One last shot now for Prescott. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board.